What's poppin'? Welcome back to DBP Reloaded. You see what's on the screen here. This is Knockout Kings 2000 on the Game Boy Color. Now, understand this. Well, it's called just straight Knockout Kings, but you see the cover is Knockout Kings 2000. All right, so I played this. Now, I remember, I think it was, my little brother had this on the game in Chuck E. Cheese. I had to go to a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and he had this game. So I played it in Chuck E. Cheese, chilling, playing his Game Boy Color. So I'm familiar with this game. So let's get to it, man. And make sure you sub here. Sub to Midwest World Backup as well. That's where all the boxing content lives at right now. There's boxing content on this channel, but I'm not gonna take it off and move it over there. Midwest World Backup is an extension of this channel. You know what I mean? So it's just one, it's just a separate channel. You know what I mean? It's an extension. I mean, so whatever I continue from boxing from this channel goes over there. So exhibitions and all that is over there. Careers all over there. Whatever is here, but everything in this continuation is over there. All right. So sub both channels. Let's get to it, man. So right now, mind you, this is Game Boy Color. So this menu looks, they tried to emulate the PlayStation menu, and I 100% respect. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't think those are real fighters in the corners there. I don't think that's the case, but hey, I'm not mad at this. It looks like the PlayStation menu. You know what I'm saying? Not exactly dead on, but it's close enough. Okay. Let's check out the modes. You got Slugfest. You got Career mode. Okay. Career. Can you create a boxer? That's the question. That's why I'm confused on. Hit the wrong button. My bad. Let me play that off. Yeah, you create a boxer. Look here, man. Okay, look here. This got everything pretty much. I mean, yo, you got pretty much. I'm not gonna say it's everything dead on the PlayStation, but for Game Boy Color, you got a lot here. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So you got your career mode. Now, when you look at the creative player, now they got big heads. You know what I'm saying? It's like bobblehead looking kind of body types, but it makes sense due to what you playing it's on. So they just tried to make it look a certain way for the console. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at the graphics, and that's not a bad looking model for Game Boy Color, yo. That's not a bad looking model for Game Boy Color. You got Slugfest here. You got your exhibition, your versus mode. Yo, man, listen. For Game Boy Color, man, I'm gonna say these modes. We talking about an 8. For Game Boy Color, if you want to say high 7, fine. But the fact you got a career mode, create a player in the career mode. You got your Slugfest right here. You know what I'm saying? That's a regular mode that's in Knockout Kings / Fight Night. Okay. Hey man, like, hey, I can't complain, man. Like, I would say high 7 to an 8 in modes. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, my bad. So I gotta do Slugfest. So versus mode, that's system link as you see here. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you're not gonna be able to do that playing this like the way I'm playing it. And then on top of that, you gotta think about it like this. How many people walking around with a Game Boy Color? So you might as well just delete that mode because it's slim to none. You're gonna find somebody with a Game Boy Color that has Knockout Kings on it. Okay, you know what I mean? So let's get to a Slugfest. We gotta do that there. Let's see here. Now the issue I have, there is no weight classes. Floyd Mayweather's in this game. I did not know that. I'm rolling with Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But there's no weight classes in this game. So as far as like, who fighting, placing fighters against one another, there's no weight class. You choose a fighter. So um, you can, I guess, knock it for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey, it is what it is. You got a nice selection of fighters here. You know what I'm saying? You don't got everybody, but you got a nice selection of fighters. So I'm rolling with Money Mayweather, 100%. We gonna do Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, let's do it like that. Hold on, you go. Wait a minute. So you actually go up a ladder here. That's dope. So it's like, okay, that's strange. You know, I thought that was an exhibition, but it take you to a ladder. So like I said, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say at 8 in modes, man, because they kind of giving it to you at 8. I'm gonna go 8. If you say high 7, I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna go 8 though. You know what I'm saying? Because they did this to a way to where it's kind of meaty for the Game Boy Color. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. listen, these graphics is not bad at all for Game Boy Color, yo. I'm giving it to them. These graphics is not bad at all for Game Boy Color, man. I gotta be honest with you. We talking to him a little bit. We talking to him. We talking to him. Yeah, these graphics, I'm gonna say for Game Boy Color, dog, these graphics is like an 8 for Game Boy. Like, look, you can tell who's who. Like, I mean, you know, if you want to knock him for the bobblehead look, fine, cool. But um, the, the the graphics here is about an 8 for Game Boy Color. Understanding what this is on, this is about an 8 game for Game Boy Color, man. You can tell that's Oscar De La Hoya. You can tell that's Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did a good job. This is one of the better looking sports titles on Game Boy Color, to be honest, man. So I'm gonna say an 8. We in the 8s. If you want to go a little, I'm gonna say 8, low 8 for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would prefer them to have smaller heads. But yo, not bad. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? The gameplay is about a high 8. If you want to say a 9, this like the gameplay is smooth. And if you know what's crazy, to be honest, I'm gonna say this, and it may not be a popular opinion here, but this boxing might feel better than what's on PlayStation. The way it moves, this might feel a little more crispy than what's on PlayStation, man, because they actually punches look more realistic on this than it do PlayStation, man. Like, to be honest, this is a good, yo, honestly, this is a good boxing game. This actually is a dope boxing game. You understand? This is probably one of the best sports games on Game Boy Color. I'm willing to bet that. So gameplay, I'm talking about high 8s to a 9 here with the gameplay, okay? The graphics, we talking about an 8. The presentation, not bad. It's not nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say high 7s for presentation. It's not bad. It's nothing like that's gonna blow your mind or nothing, but it's not bad presentation here. High 7. The mode's about an 8, you know what I'm saying? Look here, man. You know what I mean? The graphics, uh, you know, we talking about the graphics. To me, is in the 8s. This game is a solid. It's a strong 8. This is a strong 8 for Game Boy Color. This is a strong 8. I don't care what nobody say. This is a strong 8. And the thing is, when I was younger, I was surprised how good this game played. I'm like, man, this game feel good. Because I had Knockout Kings 2000 on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? My brother had this game. So I was playing it surprised, like, yo, this game feel kind of aight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feel kind of aight. And you got to think about how good it looked on that small screen, too. Gotta think about how good it looked on that small screen. It looked great on that small screen, man. Yeah, this game, you know, if this is something, listen, come on. I wouldn't be mad if they actually dropped this in the Switch store or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't think Game Boy Color is on Nintendo Online, though. I gotta look, though. I gotta look. Oh, come on, talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him, Floyd. Talk to him. He getting at me now. Ooh, that was a nice straight. That was a real Floyd straight right. Yeah, this game is fire, dog. Like, this game is fire. Yeah, this is probably, I'm gonna say this is one of the better sports games handheld wise, period. Period. As far as Game Boy Advance. I mean, this looks good enough to be an advanced game. I can imagine how this would look on Game Boy Advance. You know what I'm saying? So EA did a great job with this. EA did a great job porting this. Whoever developed this did an amazing job porting this game over. Or creating their own version. It's not a port, excuse me, creating their own version. I mean, I'm still amazed on how good this game plays on the Game Boy Color. I am very amazed and shocked still. I'm more so shocked now than I was then, because it's like, yo, this actually is this is like, you know, a high quality sports title. A very high quality sports title, okay? So if you see Knockout Kings on Game Boy Color, don't look at like, oh, because this is actually a fire game. This is fire. You see how cold the boxing is here. This is fire, man. So this game is definitely a strong 8, man. I'm gonna say this is probably mid to high 8. It's a strong 8, man. I'm gonna say high 8. If you want to go mid 8, cool. But I'm saying high 8s. I'm gonna say about 8.7 out of a 10. This is a great. This boxing game. I am very shocked still. I just can't believe. I thought it would be. I was coming in this expecting this to be kind of No, this is fire. This is fire. This is fire. Now, unfortunately, I can't set up exhibitions in this, so I probably won't be doing exhibitions, you know what I'm saying? So this will be the footage you see as far as review-wise go, you know what I mean? But, hey, I urge you to check this out. This is a fire boxing game, man. Fire. Come on, we talking to him. We talking to him. We talking to him. Come on, man. Come on, man. What we doing? What happened here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It froze me out. All right, so you know what I mean? Since it froze me out there, I don't know what happened there, and there may have been a bug there. So understand to keep that in mind. But I gave it to him. I was giving it to him. So I guess we get ended here since it froze. It froze there. I can't move. You know what I mean? So I don't let's see if that's a bug right quick. Let's just check. Let's check.
Fight's over.
Okay, I don't know why it did that and I couldn't move. You know what I'm saying? My controller didn't die or nothing like that. But I was boxing him. You know what I'm saying? I was giving it to him. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a bug, whatever that is. You know what I mean? But either way it goes, that's not gonna take away from how cold the game is. Sometimes games have bugs, okay? It happens, you know what I mean? You got some games that get glorified for bugs, like Skyrim, you know what I mean? You got some bugs and Grand Theft Auto people like. So, you know, that right there don't take away from how good this game is. You know what I'm saying? Look, I definitely say check this out if you're a boxing fan. However you can play it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to promote certain things. However you're able to play it, you know what I mean? Check this out. You know what I mean? Because you'll be surprised how good this game plays. You'll be very surprised how good this game plays, man. So I would say this game is probably an 8.6, 8.7 out of a 10 in my opinion. If you want to say mid-8, I'm not mad at you, but I can't go no lower than the mid-8, man. So make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Really appreciate it from everybody. Peace!